One of my passions in life is travel. Perhaps my most significant achievement in my 20s was filling an entire passport. I had to order more pages. I have been so lucky to travel all over the world. Some of my favorite places include Israel, of course. My first time out of the United States was when I was 16, traveling to Prague with a bunch of Jewish teenagers. But I've also been privileged to travel to India, to Senegal, and Mexico City most recently. I love traveling because I get to experience new cultures and new perspectives. I get to learn about with whom I share our world. But I really appreciate travel because going on a journey, leaving my home and what is familiar, gives me new perspective about myself. In our Torah, God calls to Abraham, our patriarch, whose name is initially Avram. Avram, lech lecha. We usually translate these words, lech lecha, as go forth. But these words literally mean go to yourself. Our Jewish tradition embraces a journey of self-discovery, of self-actualization in these words. Lech lecha, Avram, go to yourself. In order for Avram to become Avraham, in order for Avram to become Avraham, the father of a great nation, God clearly explains that Avram must go forth on a journey. He must leave home and what is familiar to him. God commands to Avram, go to yourself, leave your homeland, your birthplace, your parents' house, to a land that I will show you. Torah tells us little about what Avram was leaving behind. We're left to imagine what it must have felt like for Avram to leave his only home, all of the people who he ever knew. Lech lecha, go to yourself, is a journey towards uncertainty. And going forth into the unknown, leaving behind what we know, is frightening. This journey must have taken a lot of courage. Lech lecha, a journey towards self-discovery, is core to what it means to be a Jewish person and what it means to be a part of the Jewish people. Our Torah calls Avram, Avram Ha'ivri. Avram Ha'ivri literally means Avram, the one who crossed over. Ha'ivri, this becomes the name for our Jewish people, or rather the Hebrew people. Ha'ivrim is the translation of Hebrews. We are the people who crossed over. Like Avram, in order to become Avraham, had to leave what he knew and go on a journey, so do our people, in order to become Am Yisrael, the people of Israel, rather than the descendants of Abraham. Our people too have to leave what they know. They have to leave slavery in Egypt and go on a journey of self-discovery in the wilderness, becoming a people unified. To be Jewish means to embrace a journey of self-discovery. This value is embodied in the name of God in our tradition. Rabbi Brad Artson, who's one of the leading rabbis in the conservative movement and who was also a rabbi at Congregation Eilat, which is now a part of our Temple Beth El community, teaches that God is also in the process of becoming. When God introduces God's self to the Israelite people who were enslaved in Egypt, God chooses to use a dynamic name as opposed to using a name that has one static image. There are names in our tradition that embrace one static image for God, like Adonai, which means master, or Avinu, which means a loving parent, Malkeinu, a ruler. In this instance, God chooses a dynamic name. Tell them my name is Ehyeh Asher Ehyeh. I will be what I will be. The Hebrew is in the imperfect tense. God is incomplete. God is becoming. Before you take time to join together in discussion with your small group, I wanted to share a poem that I've been thinking about lately. This poem was written by my childhood rabbi, Rabbi Norman Hirsch. Once or twice in a lifetime, a man or a woman may choose a radical leaving, having heard Lech Lecha, go forth. God disturbs us toward our destiny by hard events and by freedom's now urgent voice, which explode and confirm who we are. We don't like leaving, but God loves becoming.